Art21Studio is where I learned to sculpt. It's where I learned the process of mold making and bronze casting. Before I picked up tools, before I found my first subject to pose for me, before I worked as a sculptor, I found Art21Studio. They helped me understand this new medium and the potential within it. I was a medical student and a photographer before I showed up at their door, and they enabled me to invest myself in a really new, powerful art. When you stay there, you definitely feel like you're in Mexico. You feel the warmth from the family who owns it. From Francisco's the father and his son Edward, who really kind of makes the place function. Whatever you need, you want some food, a glass of tequila, a glass of wine, whatever you need, they're there to offer it to you. They're kind of my second family down in Mexico. That was the beginning of my third year of medical school. I wanted to do a piece that was symbolic of the struggle of medical school and life in general. It wasn't until we were getting close to graduation that a friend of mine gave me a book, The Myth of Sisyphus. It was a very cathartic experience to sculpt this piece while, wrapping up medical school. There was a challenge, I just wanted to sculpt the torso, and to sculpt a torso devoid of any limbs helping to tell the story. I finished the sculpture. I give it to a man there named Santiago, who takes your sculpture and he makes a mold of it. Santiago Sr. gives that mold to his son, Santiago Jr., who then makes a wax cast of it. You can refine that a little bit, and then it's essentially ready for casting. I love casting at Art21Studio because they use a traditional lost wax casting process, which a lot of the foundries in the United States have moved away from for reasons of efficiency. They're using this really old process that gives you an unparalleled, unique product in the end. We're making casts of the same sculpture repeatedly, but each one is just slightly different, and I feel like that's important in my work. It's like the angel of uncertainty visits each piece during the casting process, and it's really thrilling to see what happened or what didn't happen. The Sisyphus sculpture really is kind of a dark piece, but it's also lighthearted at the same time, for me anyway. It's about the struggle, and the absurdity of life and the lack of meaning or the significance of life. It's the day-to-day struggles, and one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Just that thought, that sentence really helps me to wake up and do it all over again. Art21Studio is what really enables the artist to wake up and do the work. Their family tradition of working alongside the artist who is trying to create something compelling. This work is difficult. Artists are difficult, and it's really admirable. They provide a really beautiful and unique environment that is so conducive to inspiration and creativity.